What's good, TortleNation? Wartortoise here, bringing you another PBL battle, week 11. Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, PBL is. If you guys don't know, if you guys aren't tracking the PBL, or if you guys are tracking the PBL, PBL is over. I didn't make the playoffs, but battles are still going. Well, playoffs are going right now, and I know my battle's already passed, and I just been sorry guys, been lacking on posting these. I should have posted it during week 11, but I didn't, and I've just been. Stuff's been going on, and I've been busy, and I apologize, guys. I apologize. I bulk record a lot at times, and then I forget to post, and sometimes I don't forget to post. Sometimes I just don't have time to post. Anyways, enough of that little nonsense. Here we are with week 11. Week 12 will be like consistently right after this because they'll both be done, rendered, and uploaded, and for your viewing pleasure. But here we are against Dance King. He has a Twin City. What was it? Tornadus? Twin CityTornadus. That's his team. He's the coach of that. Is Dance King. Twitter will be in the link description below, and his YouTube. Check him out. Awesome guy. Great battler. His record was at this time, was he like 1-9, 2-9? He was 2-9. I think he was 2-9 before we battled. And I think I was like 4-7, I think, or 4-6. I think it was 4-6. So this is Dance King, and I'm Atlanta Aegislash coach Wartortoise. His team is a Twin CityTornadus, and let's get this battle started. Of course, I already did this battle a long time ago. I'm just finally recording it, guys. Yeah, I know. Lazy. Just kidding. Been busy. So he leads out with his Primal pass, and I figured he probably would, and I let out with my fat bet. And he has the air balloon, so I go for the U-turn to pop that air balloon because I don't want to stay in here. One, he's rock type, and I'm flying type, and he can do a rock slide, destroy me, ancient power, destroy me, smackdown, destroy me. But he's probably just going to go for stealth rocks, which of course most people would do because he figured I'm going to switch out. So I go into my Biznatch just to go in there because he's rock type, and Iron Head would hurt. Iron Head, and he stays in. I'm like, oh no, but Iron Head does absolutely nothing, but I get a flinch. I'm like, why didn't it do anything? It's supposed to be super effective, but I think he's also steel type or something, ground. I think he's ground, so I think it's neutral. So he goes for the T-Wave, and I'm like, oh yes, switching to Swampert. Water type attack's gonna hurt. I have leftovers. But he's gonna switch out, but I'm like, nothing's gonna want to take a waterfall. But he stays in. What? And and I was like, oh my gosh, it doesn't take it out. This is a fat Probo pass. And he goes for the flash can. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Not really, just kidding. I am a bulky Swampert. I changed my Swampert up, and it's a bulky monster. Bulky monster with stealth rocks. Right here, I probably should have went for the stealth rocks, but I think I just went for the waterfall. This is a pretty long match here. So I go for the waterfall here, I'm pretty sure. No, I did predict him to switch out to save it for death fodder, and I went for the stealth rocks because I was like, yep, you can't do nothing to me anyways with the flash cannon, and I have leftovers. So I'm here back at full health, and I'm like, ooh, he has a Florges. I'm gonna switch out. I should have switched out into my Biznatch, but I went into my fat bat. For some reason, I went into my fat bat, and there's really no reason to go into my fat bat because my fat bat does not have cross poison or any type of poison move. So I don't know why I did it. I think maybe just don't get the defog off, but he wisely switches out into his freaking Bisharp with Defiant. So once I lower his evasiveness, he's gonna get +2 attack. And now this thing is a threat. Sucker Punch is a threat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why I was like, in mid-battle, I was like, why I should have predicted him to go into his Bisharp to get the Defiant boost when I went for defog. So I go for the U-turn here to go into my Swampert. I was like, okay, my Swampert could take a hit. He goes for the knockoff. Oh no. Knockoff's gonna do a buku amount of damage. And now he's gonna go for Sucker Punch, but it fails because I go for the Stealth Rocks. Even though that's not gonna do much to his team. Anyways, now he goes for the Sucker Punch as I do go for the attack. Probably should have just went for probably should have just switched out and went to another Pokemon. But I was like, whatever. And I go into my Scrafty here, and I'm like, okay, I could take a knockoff or a Sucker Punch. So he goes for the knockoff, and I go for the D-Dance here because I already know he's gonna go for either one. And I'm like, whoop whoop, D-Dance, son. Now I'm gonna outspeed you, and I got +1 attack. What's going on? I could freaking sweep the team. This is where I messed up. Went for Dragon Dance, predicting him to go for Sucker Punch, and as soon as that Dragon Dance went off, and I was like, he didn't go for Sucker Punch. Oh my gosh, he went straight for Iron Head. +2 Iron Head's gonna definitely take me out. I should have just went for the Drain Punch there and got all my HP back, and then I would have presumed to probably sweep this team. So I make the terrible mistake, and I go into Lady Terror thinking I'm gonna outspeed, and I'm like, I have no speed investment, and he goes straight for an Iron Head. I lose 3 Pokemon. 3 Pokemon for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. Why? 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 Oh my gosh, I just went down 6-3 for the stupidest mistakes. Because I could have just went into Dragonite afterwards and went for an EQ. Even if he went for Sucker Punch wouldn't have done anything to me, and an EQ would have took him out. And now he goes into Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon, I'm like, whoa, what is this Sailor Moon gonna do to me? So I'm like, well, you know, I don't want to stay in. Dragonite, come back. Go into Fat Bat to get some super effective U-turn damage, and he goes for the Shadow Ball. I was like, ooh, probably should have stayed in, because Shadow Ball lowers my special defense, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the hacks. So here I'm gonna go for the U-turn because it's super effective for one, but I forget Sailor Moon is a special defensive physically defensive monster, and it's gonna eat it up. Gonna eat it up. Anyways, I don't know, whatever. He eats it up. And I go to my Jirachi, and I'm just gonna go for U-turn shenanigans here, and he goes for the Ice Beam, predicting my I'm assuming predicting my Dragonite. But right here is where I was like, man, I probably should have brought my Dragonite in, because my Dragonite has weakness policy. So I go for the U-turn here again to get more. I wish I was banded, because man, banded would have did a lot more damage to this, and then I wouldn't have to worry too much about this Sailor Moon. And I go back into my Fat Bat. This is all I'm gonna do. Shenanigan switches here, and he goes for the Shadow Ball because Shadow Ball is super effective against Jirachi. So each one of these is gonna be switching out, predicting the different hits, so on and so forth. I think I'll go for a Roost here, just to get a little more health for whatever he's gonna hit me with. I go for the Roost because I kind of predicted him to predict me to switch again, so he was probably gonna go for Moonlight, and he does. He goes for the Moonlight, and I was like, sweet, I got a Roost. But then again, now he's got a Moonlight, and he's getting back at full health, and I'm like, Jesus, and like, gosh, we're both at full health, but I'm worse off than he is because all my Pokemon are physical at this point. I'm like, geez, can I get a crit? If I get a crit, that would help me. So I U-turn out. Obviously, I'm going to go into Jirachi here. So I go back into Jirachi because, like, he really can't do anything to my Jirachi. He goes, but he predicts that and goes to the Shadow Ball, hits me up, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no, I needed my health. Should have probably went into Dragonite, but right here I go for the U-turn, and I think I do go into Dragonite. But obviously he predicts me to go for the U-turn, and he goes for Ice Beam to hit my Fat Bat and Dragonite, super effective. But I go to my Dragonite to get a weakness policy, because right here I was like, I'm at full health, no rocks. Ice Beam's not going to kill me. I'm going to get my weakness policy off. Oh my gosh. He just gave me +2 for free. I was like, I'm going to wreck shop here. I was like, a Dragon Claw should take him out at this range. A +2 Dragon Claw stab? Oh my gosh, yes, definitely. But then I predict him to switch out because he doesn't want to take a Dragon Claw here, and I go for the D-Dance. I'm like, what? Actually, no. It's either vice versa. I go for the Dragon Claw on his switch out, and he switches into Florges. Yes. Okay, so this, yeah, I go for the Dragon Claw, and he goes into Florges. So I'm like, okay, well, this Florges does not want to take a +2 Extreme Speed, because this Extreme Speed is going to do some work to it. And, oh my gosh, get Min. It got Min. Max damage would have took it out. It didn't damage calc, and I was like, why can't you live like on 10? Live like on 10 HP. And right here I predict him to switch out because he's not gonna live regardless for the wish. So I go for the D-Dance here because a +3 Extreme Speed will take him out regardless. So I go for the D-Dance. And this is where I make the fatalist mistake of the game, because a +3 Dragon Claw, even at this range, would have took out this Sailor Moon with leftovers. It would have took out this Sailor Moon, +3 Dragon Claw. But I clicked Dragon Dance because it was the same color as Dragon Claw, and they both start with Dragon. Oh my gosh, why? He goes for Moon Blast. Oh, if If only I had a Roost. If I had Roost, I probably would have been back at scale. And I would have survived that hit. And I would have been able to take him out in 2 hits. That upset me so much. I was like, I quit. I don't even care about this battle anymore. There's nothing I could do. The Sailor Moon walls my whole team. Walls the rest of my team. So I just kept going for U-turns here for the next like 5 or 6 turns. And I was like, why? Why? And obviously he knew I was going to go for U-turn. He goes for Ice Beam to hit my Fat Bat for super effective damage. I think I just went for Brave Bird here because I was already upset and it didn't matter. Because I was like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I hit Dragon Dance instead of Dragon Claw. Even with that, I probably would have had a chance because my Fat Bat was at full health. And a couple of his other Pokemon were physical attackers, and I probably would have been able to survive some hits and take him out. Yeah, definitely, because he has Blaziken left. And Jesus, guys, Jesus. I know it was just terrible. I was so upset. I was so distraught. And I feel like that, even though I made terrible mistakes in the beginning, I feel like that clinched it for sure for him. And it did. And I was like, you know, I'm going to go for Iron Head shenanigans. And I get a flinch. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Is this going to be another one of those where I get like 5 flinches in a row to win the game? Now, Iron Head. Boom. Can I get another flinch? And I get another flinch. Oh my god, Serene Grace, Iron Head, Jirachi is so OP. It's so annoying. That's why I named it Biznatch, because it's annoying. It does that stuff. So he switches out. He's like, oh, hell no. He's like, this shit ain't going to happen to me. He goes into Quick Feet, his Blaziken. And I'm like, well, Iron Head's going to do a lot. And with Rocks, I was like, oh, this should take him out. But I should have went for Zen Headbutt. Because Zen Headbutt would have did a lot more damage. Iron Head, can I get a flinch? Can I get a flinch? Can I get a flinch? And I get a flinch. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, don't do it. Can I get another one? If I got another one, it would have been game. But nope, I didn't. There's only so much hacks you can get. And he goes for a Flare Blitz. Takes me out. That's the end of the game, guys. He wins. I think 4-0. He 4-0'd me. Oh, actually, no. I think it was a 3-0 because Quick Feet died. Actually, no. I think, yeah, it is 4-0 because I only killed one of his Pokemon. Yeah, so, whatever. I think I only killed... Yeah, I only killed Bisharp. No, I killed... No, yeah, it was 3-0. He 3-0'd me. Because he still had his Cresselia, Florges, and I think it was Tornadus. But yeah, he would have only had those 3 Pokemon left. After... Because I would have been able to kill that... I would have been able to kill... I would have outsped, for one. I would have outsped Blaziken with Jirachi and went for Zen Headbutt. None of these Pokemon, since his Bisharp was gone, none of them want to take a Zen Headbutt, stab Zen Headbutt. Even at that, if my Dragonite didn't die, will die without doing damage to that Cresselia, because that Cresselia would have been out next turn with a U-turn from a Jirachi, going into the Fat Bat, because then he could have brought in his Tornadus, and I don't think he would have brought his Florges in on my Crobat, because he would have thought I had Cross Poison. But I don't think I had any poison type attack, but still it would have scared him out. So his Florges, even though his Florges was like at minimal health and I would have outsped and killed it. So I think I would have been able to come back with those 2 Pokemon and win, but that mistake, oh my gosh, guys. Oh, that was such a terrible mistake on my part. But anyways, that was week 11, guys. I lost. He won. But it's okay. I wasn't down and out. I was 4-7 there. And stay tuned for the next battle if you guys want to continue watching these, and hopefully you guys do. Hopefully you guys like these and these PBL battles, even though they're super late. I apologize. But if you guys liked it, please smash the like button. Show support that Super Browser. Show support for what Super Browser and I are bringing you guys daily. But thank you guys. I'll see you guys later, and then have a good day, good night, good evening, and peace out, guys. Secret Sword or anything must have been straight. Just a random set because he could Sacred Sword. Secret Sword took me out. I don't know why he went for the hidden power. But anyways, obviously Shocker's been out to me, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to switch out my ground type, my mutant one. Oh man, you know what, I'm going to end the episode in a random spot. Where am I supposed to go next?
I don't know why that song stuck in my head. It just is, guys, it just is.
Are we supposed to go up north again?